Ladies and gentlemen, we are on commitment watch as a bunch of crystal balls have come down the line for one particular four-star linebacker that the Sooners have been eyeballing that came to visit us during Champ U Barbecue weekend. And so we have to dive into the film, see this athlete, and talk about why we should be excited about him at linebacker. But before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I am your host, Jay. Thank you for tuning in here on the YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel or you've been here for a while, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that I'm doing something right, as well as subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you're not missing any of the college football content that we're dropping. We talk a lot of OU football and college football in general, and we would love for you to join the family. And so as we move on, James Nesta is on commitment watch. Yes, James Nesta, linebacker out of North Carolina, is on commitment watch as he's going to announce his commitment tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, the 20th. So because of that, we're going to drop a video, watch a little film, talk about his measurables, and see where he fits in the Oklahoma scheme. So without further ado, let's dive into James Nesta. As you can see here, James Nesta, 6'5", 205-pound linebacker out of Williams Amos Hugh High School in Cornelius, North Carolina. He is a consensus four-star linebacker. On3 has him listed, and they were early, at top 250 in the country and the number 9 player out of the state of North Carolina. And Oklahoma's done a really good job recruiting players out of there. So we got Dylan Smothers, the running back out of North Carolina in this past 2023 class. And so looking at James Nesta, one of the big things about him is that he's a linebacker and he's huge. 6'5", 205. Can you imagine a linebacker chasing you around at that height? And of course, he's got some jets. We're going to look at some film and talk about that in just a moment. But one of the things about him too is that he is also a very good baseball player. He's a very good baseball prospect. And it appears that his interest is to come play not only football, but also to play baseball at the collegiate level. And with Oklahoma going into the SEC next year, he'll have the opportunity to play SEC baseball and SEC football, which of course is very appealing to a lot of these players. Right now, Tennessee is in the College World Series as we speak. And James Nesta has decided that the coach that he wants to be developed by is Coach Brent Venables. Now, we know Brent Venables is really big on developing linebackers. Him and Ted Roof, they've done a fantastic job, especially in the days of Clemson. And so being able to snatch Nesta away would be huge for the Oklahoma Sooners. And so other things is you watch the film on Nesta, the dude's fast and he's a thumper. The dude likes to hit. Every single one of you fans have told me that you want players that like to hit. And sure enough, James Nesta is definitely fitting the mode of the player that you guys are looking for. One that knows how to hit. And so my level of excitement is very high with Nesta because I think that he comes in and becomes something truly special day one. Makes me feel like the Jared Canics of the world. And I told y'all the mechanic was one of the players that I was overly hyped for coming in when Brent Venables first took the job in 2022. And so because of that, watching the film on Nesta, as you can see here, you're not blind. You can see an athlete when you see one. He can do just about anything. And playing at linebacker at his height, he could potentially roll into a cheetah role or, which moves him at linebacker back into the safety position, depending on the set. He may be move up into the edge. He has the ability to not only attack the quarterback and blitz, he can play on the edge. He has that talent, but I can totally see him being leveraged kind of like a Danny Stutzman is today in the BV scheme, where he's going to be a guy that gets just a substantial amount of tackles because he is just that good and talented. Now, in the competition fold, we have Miami as well as North Carolina. We saw that James had put out his top 3 with North Carolina, Miami, and Oklahoma, and he set his commitment for 7 p.m., I'm assuming Eastern time, on Tuesday night. And so we'll be tuned in to watch his commitment. We'll drop another video to talk about the win if he does decide to pick Oklahoma. But I do believe that I'm about 95% confident that he's coming to Oklahoma, especially after I saw like 6 crystal balls and predictions and future casts come down the line. Even a Miami insider just dropped a prediction down saying that he sees Nesta coming to Oklahoma. And so Oklahoma fans, hop in the comments. Let your boy know what's your thoughts on James Nesta now that you've seen the film and his ability to play this game. Do you see him as a big asset for the Sooners? Because I'm telling you, I do. And if Coach Brent Venables likes him, makes me think about all the other linebackers that's come down the line for him, I'm definitely hyped for it. If you are new to the channel and you've made it this far, honestly, if you've been here for a while, hit that like button as well as a subscribe. Go ahead and help the algorithm and let YouTube know I'm doing something right. So I would love to have you all here for the journey as we push for 1,000 by the end of the summer. And so YouTube has a couple of videos here in front of me that they say that you should watch. I highly recommend it. We're talking trenches, we're talking players, and I would love for you to join the journey. We'll talk soon. Peace.